Hey guys, Pat1979 here. Gonna bring to you guys today my first impression on the Worksharp Precision Adjust Knife Sharpener. So this is a little guy right here. So Precision Adjust, you got that in multiple languages. Click, click, and on the back side, you guys can see how it works. Anyways, you guys probably, if you're watching this video, you probably already watched a shitload of video on it. Guys, this thing is, my first impression is this thing is great, all right? Out of the box, it's great, but it's not excellent, all right? So right now I just finished doing the basic stone and I wanted to go with just the basic system on my Gonzo FH41, I think is this one. Anyways, don't remember, but it's a Gonzo and it's D2 blade, D2 steel. So I'm just gonna show you guys when I place the stone on here. This thing just keeps sliding up, so it's pretty good right now. Guys, it takes forever to sharpen a knife with this, because if your edge is uneven, or if like me you had a Worksharp and you had a convex edge and you have to remove material, that little 300 grit that you have in there is just not, it's not doing a good job at removing material, guys. And this is one thing that's bugging me a little about this system, is why is it kind of incomplete? I know it's all about marketing and bringing new products and always, you know, not making the product complete from the beginning in order to sell you other stuff afterwards. And you know, it's marketing, but come on, guys. Right from the factory, this thing, you have for years, you have the Wicked Edge, you have the KMEs, you have the Edge Pro Apex, you have a ton of system to just learn from and just say what works and what doesn't work. So I don't know why their first instinct was to go with 320 for the first the coarsest stone. I mean, it's just, if it were me and I would have put a triple abrasive like that, I would have went 100, 600, and maybe 1500. So this is how I would have done it. So, but from the factory, guys, this thing will put an edge on your knife, but you're not going to reprofile your knife. So if your knife is at 17 degrees, don't try to go 15 degrees. It'll take forever and you'll end up just using up all your diamonds on one plate, and you're just gonna have to wait until Worksharp comes out with the replacement to get another one. So kind of crazy in my opinion. So anyway, guys, a couple of things that I would love to see on this system that would make it better. All right, first of all, you know, I would like it if it was a little bit bigger, a little bit stiffer, because there's a little bit of flex when you're putting the knife down on the clamp there, just a tiny bit of flex, which is a little bit annoying. So, but you know, it still does a good job at sharpening, and even with that little bit of flex, it's still doing a good job. Some main tools that are going to be your friend: Sharpie, of course, just to see how much material you remove. A little magnifying glass. This is a jeweler's glass. This is 20x by 18 millimeters, so always useful. And yesterday I started with the PSA lapping film, so I have multiple lapping films, and I have, like you can see, all the other colors there, but these are just the pieces that I've cut so far to use. And these things are $5 a sheet, so, and you can cut like a dozen or 15 out of them almost, so you can cut a lot of these things to put on the on that little plate there. So, and you want to put it on a smooth stone like that. So I'm probably gonna clean up the stones, and I don't know if I'm gonna go with the lapping film afterwards, but I want to show you guys something. All right, so let me just take this out of the way and pop it off. And that's what's fun about it. I love when they're using magnets, but I'll tell you guys how they can use magnets even better on this system, and why I want, you know, this thing to be improved. They already made the mold, they already spent some money on it. Now they have to improve this system by itself, all right? Just to bring it up to to closer to wicked edge level, because I think still the wicked edge, you're going to be able to put a good edge on your knife, a mirror edge on like 15-20 minutes. I've been at this for 2 hours with just the basic stone, just because at the angle that I was, my belly on the blade wasn't at the same angle, wasn't grind at the same angle, so I had to grind it on the 320. So yeah, you're going from half an hour on or 20 minutes on the system. That's granted cost a lot more money, but at least you have something, a complete system from the beginning. So, and now you're going on this system that's going to take you 2 or 3 hours, and you're going to use up your diamonds faster and be able to, have to have it replaced. So, but anyways, I want to show you guys something here that I did. So this is the angle that I'm sharpening right now. So you see that little piece of tape? That little piece of tape represents when I put the lapping film. So when I put the lapping film, there's a gap of about 1 or maybe a little bit more than 1.5 degrees. So I'm gonna have to go back upstairs, but I'm gonna use the Sharpie if I'm going on the lapping films. I am gonna use the Sharpie method again for maybe something like 9 microns, and just to see if, if I remove, just to match my angle, because when you're adding the lapping film, this is the equivalent that you're having the gap. So this is my little trick. I'm gonna go back there with a piece of tape, and I'm gonna raise it up all the way there to match the angle. But this is before I even started sharpening. I wanted to see with the lapping film the difference between the lapping films if you put them at the beginning and you start removing the Sharpie, and the angle that the stone were at. So that wasn't really the same angle. So you had a pretty significant, as you can see, difference there from the lapping film. So just a little tips, guys. Just go back with the Sharpie after you're done with your stones, and if you're choosing to use the lapping films, go back with the Sharpie and just place another layer of Sharpie and just remove it with the lapping film. So you're probably gonna have to, maybe not sacrifice the lapping film, but if you have your old ones, just reuse one of the old ones and just keep it as just to remove the Sharpie and just to see. So just keep the last one that you used the previous time and just reuse it to just remove the Sharpie. So, and after that you can go with your lapping films and just move on through the line. So, but this is just something, guys, that's a little bit annoying. So you have to change your angles to go back there. All right, guys. So improvements, the biggest improvements that they can make on this system right now, because they already made the mold, they already made everything else. So the biggest improvement that I would please Worksharp, please, is working on this here. So they already have the bar, so the bar is there, it's nice and precise, it's the same angle. What I want to see here is a square, not that, just a square. So I don't know if I can iterate that or show you guys that, but do I have anything that's square around here? All right, let's just say it's that little piece of paper, right? So that is square. So I want to see a square with 4 stones on there. So I want to see something like 100, maybe, since they already had 320, but you know what I'm saying. So 4 corner stones, and maybe one of them is just going to be a blank metal slate. And the way that I want this to be is I want the stones to be a little bit larger. Maybe you can't make them longer for some reason, or just if you can add a little bit of length, but I want to maybe not double the largeness on there, but 50% larger. That would be that would make all the difference. All right, and if you make it a square bar like that, you don't put the rotary, so you're just making a square. All right, so you're just making a square with your diamonds or your stones on each corner, and then we just hold it by the square itself and just go through like that. All right, I don't want that little pinchy thing here. And if you make it bigger, so it's going to be just easier to hold, and it's just putting the square there. I understand, guys, that you maybe want something for protection, but maybe you could place something that you can clamp on the stones and just be able to have that. All right. So another thing, so if they make that square, which they probably won't, but just go away with this. Just go away with that rotary thing. This is another part in the assembly. If you just make like a plastic or something that's square, that's level, with 4 corner stones on there, you don't need that part. You don't need that rotating mechanism. So you save money there. You just make a plastic square. All you need to do is mill out the inside. And what I would like to see is magnetic plates. So they have magnetic plates on their other system, but what I would like to see is magnetic plates here. So on that square, so you have maybe just a little piece of a gap there, but you have just slightly raised corner that where you're putting, you can see the thing is it straight? Guys, can you tell if it's straight on camera? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, guys, Worksharp, just make some plates and incorporate some magnets in there. So in that square, incorporate some magnets. So all you have to do is insert a little pin or the tip of your knife and just lift it up and undo the magnets, change plates, and then you just need one square and just different plates, and you just place it on there with the magnet, and it's flush, it's level, it's everything. So all you need is that's the only system you need. So if you want, you can change plate, or you can buy 2 square bricks that you can have different grit on there, so that way you don't have to change them straight on the block itself. So just a little something that I would like to see from Worksharp, guys. So just a big square that doesn't have that rotary mechanism. If you want to add that separately, then just add something that you can clamp on those stones and just go and just take it off. And maybe with a little pinching mechanism, you just pinch it and click, you just undo it and you pinch it back. Then you can go like that. So to have finger protection and to put the finger far away from your fingers. And guys, I know if you change the dimension on there, it probably won't match the angle that you have right here. And most people, we don't go by that. All right, we don't go by that. We just go with the angle cube. We go with different things. So, and if you put a square, well, then we can put an angle cube on that square because it's going to be flat, and we're going to have a flat spot that we could put our angle cube on there. So guys, that square is something that I really would want to see. If somebody in the aftermarket or somebody DIY with a 3D printer wants to do something like that, that would be that would be the bomb. All right. So yeah, so that would be excellent. Just having magnets in there, just changing the plates easy, and that would just be so much simpler. So another thing, just having one metal blank that's a little bit recessed to be able to put some lapping film so it matches the angle and it matches. So when you're changing from the stones to the lapping films and you're putting a new lapping film on there, just having a little piece of metal without any diamonds, without anything in there, just to be recessed just a tiny bit so that you could put some lapping films on that little square, that would be great. So I don't know if it's a piece of glass or something, something that you don't have to worry about changing, and that would be permanent. So maybe 3 sides that you can change with magnets, and one that's a piece of glass or something that you could put the lapping films on there. So all right, guys, I know I'm rambling a little bit and I'm going, but just some ideas and just some way to improve this system. Guys, let me know in the comment if my idea of making a square with 4 corners, stone with interchangeable magnetic plates on there that you could change the plates easily and not having to worry about gluing and ungluing that and putting some glue on there, and just that's ridiculous in my opinion, guys. That is ridiculous. They're already playing with magnets with other system, and they're playing with magnets on this one. So play with magnets. Just put pieces of metal in there and just click. We just drop it in. It's a little bit recessed. They have a little raised corner to keep that stone in there from not moving, and just maybe one little slit there to be able to insert a pick or something to just pry it off, and just putting another one there once you need to change it and it's used. So guys, let me know in the comments if that's a good idea. Let me know in the comments if you want to see some other improvement on this system. Out of the box, it's decent, all right? It's decent, it's great even, but it could be better. It could be excellent. and right now it's not excellent out of the box. Is it putting a good edge on your knife? Yes, it is. Yes, it is putting a good edge on your knife, and it's sharp. But it could be so much better, and there's so much room to improve this system. And I do hope they keep working on this, and they make a pro version that's going to be bigger with, you know, different types of stone, maybe mimicking the Wicked Edge with one stone on each side. I'm guessing the patent expired on the Wicked Edge some time ago, so just go ahead and just do that little double system on each side. That would just be excellent. Just put your spin on it and just go that route, because working both sides at the same time is just so much faster than just working one side at a time, guys. But anyways, guys, so that's my wish list. A little square with magnetic plates and interchangeable, and maybe one glass plate in there so you could put lapping film that's a little bit recessed. So if Worksharp wants more detail about this idea, they can just contact me and just you know, send me a DM or something, or just write a comment in the message, and I'll contact them and just talk to them about that. But guys, this is on my wish list, and this is something that I want to see. Alright guys, so this is my first impression, I guess you could say, almost / review on the Worksharp Precision Adjust. Guys, I'm gonna finish this knife off. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it just with the basic stones on this one. I want this to be my sharpest knife ever, because this thing didn't come sharp from the factory, and now it's it is starting to get really really good, guys. It is really nice. The edge is getting really sharp, but I want to bring that to hair popping, you know, tree trimming, just where you slide it across and you just that popping hair without even, you know, grinding against the skin. That would just be excellent, guys. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That's always appreciated, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.